We're at ITB Berlin, major conference. You happen to be a speaker today. So tell me about it. What was that like to be a speaker at ITB?
Yeah, exciting. This is the place to be for our business. So then to have the opportunity to share some thoughts and some things that we're working on, and that's going to help the hoteliers, the hotels move forward to the next era of meeting and event management in terms of what's going on in the tech landscape is of course very exciting, and to share that with other players is really good.
So I love that. And so talk to me about what was the topic of that panel, that discussion? Like, what was it that you were brought in to discuss about?
The hotel business is known for optimizing everything that has to do with rooms. Yeah, so rooms is what everybody loves and everybody knows. And one of the most ignored areas is meeting and events. And we were able to talk about the impact tech has on MICE, meeting, incentive, conferences, and events. What we're trying to do is to optimize the booking journeys on how people can book hotels, meeting and event spaces, and take the new technology in terms of what they know for rooms and move it into the meeting and event segment. So the thing we dropped on stage was dynamic pricing. It's a new feature that we've launched here on the ITB. Where we now are able to implement that for all the event spaces and meeting spaces that we sell via our booking engine. Yeah,
that's one, awesome and exciting and fun to be able to launch something at an event like this, especially like it's the event of the season, right? It's ITB, it's Berlin, it's all hospitality, it's all tourism, it's all innovation, which is I think is amazing. Really cool you get to be on the stage. I mean, I think as you continue to grow and how you know that you're actually making an impact on the communities that you serve is by being able to be a part of these conversations, right? And on stage, I know that you're on stage with, we're talking kind of pre-show about competition, cooperation, and working with that. Why is it so important to be on stage with others in your space that you may compete against, talking about these things? Why do you think that's so important to you to be on that stage with them and sharing your thoughts, your ideas, your voice to the conversation?
Yeah, it's a good question, because the times of not being open and transparent are long gone. And so you see a couple of the dinosaurs in the room. I mean that with all greatest respect for other players in the market that have been a very long time a very close ecosystem. And there is a lot of new players, tech software players, of which OmniBoost is also one, that enable new things, that enable new collaborations. And I think that's key for our business to move forward, especially in challenging times for healthy profitability. That you need to work together. And if you focus on what you do well and we focus on what we do well, in the end, the hotelier has a benefit from that. And then you need to be able to share that. And if you can share that on a stage, it has the biggest reach, of course. And in the end, you still need to prove it. You still need to do it together. But it's how I think the future will be, that everybody focus on what they're doing best. And you can then together offer more added value for the hotelier.
Yeah, I love that. I think it's so important to be able to just have a seat at the table and have the voice and sharing those things. And I agree with you. Like, so many people want to stay behind the wall of their secret sauce. And yeah, I get that. There's IP and there's secret sauce, but we need to be in a more space where we're more transparent, we're more open, because that's where innovation happens. When we think about the customer experience, we think about, the podcast era that we're on, Hospitable, how to make hospitality more human through technology. We know that tech is changing everything. But when you go to a hotel, when you go to an event, when you do these things, you want an experience. It's what you are doing when you travel, whether it's for work or for pleasure, you want the experience. And that human connection, that human piece cannot be overlooked. And that's what I love about talking about all these things, that we need to be transparent about challenges we can solve, innovations in the space that we can make that experience better.
Yeah, and the good thing is that a lot of the hoteliers, they are not aware of the things that are already possible now, today. And that's where these collaborations like we have as well, we can add value tomorrow with so many more people in the industry, so many more hotels, that is why such an event like ITB is also really important. And I think that's probably the best advantage from being in a place like this.